Calabrese hitting .296 on the season, his 9th game. This will be his 28th plate appearance. 4 runs, 8 hits, 6 runs batted in, got a couple of bags. Good slugging percentage of .407 and a nice on-base percentage of .375. And that pitch is a little bit high. Back to the backstop, I wouldn't be digging in.
Well, and there's a situation again. That was a fastball. That was 96 miles an hour. And got to get his control down. But he can smoke it.
Count runs full. Tomorrow night we'll be on the air about 7:05 for the series finale. Be a long, long night for the Northpaws. They'll bus home after the game. Now, normally that would be about 8 hours. Maybe you can make it a little quicker when you're busing through the night, but because of the forest fires, they're going to have to go the long way around, down to Calgary, through Banff, through the Rogers Pass, and on into Kamloops. Calabrese draws the walk, and we have our first base runner of the ball game. He draws the free pass, and Kelly Coral, the shortstop, will be the batter. Kelly on an 0 for 4 last night.
Kelly Coral had a wonderful year at Niagara University. 326 batting average, played in 44 games, 4 home runs, 23 RBIs, 11-game hitting streak, and there's a beautiful.
Ball is fielded in fair territory on that drag bunt, and the throw up the line to first base does not appear to be in time. Giannini elected to field the ball, and I guess he had really no choice, but I thought that thing was maybe ticketed for foul territory.
I did too, Al, but good on Kelly Coral. He broke for first and just hustled down there. So we now have men on first and second, nobody out.
Zach Wheatley 1 for 4 last night. He stroked a single up the middle in the 7th inning. Stole second, went on to third, and came in to score on a single by Jacob Paternak. So we have first and second with nobody out. They're going to come in on the corners. Double play depth in the middle infield as Tyrell Chadwick delivers inside. And 1 ball, no strikes on the batter.
Again, Chadwick's having a little problem with his fastball, with his control. He's up in the speed, but he's having trouble getting in the zone.
And here comes the 1-0 delivery. That'll miss at the knee. The Riverhawks picked up a game in the standings with that victory last night. They've now won 3 in a row, but the Bellingham Bells, clearly the team to beat. 9 victories against 1 loss. They've collected 6 consecutive victories. Got a good club down in Bellingham. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch from Chadwick. Strike on the inside corner. So Bellingham 9-1. The Wenatchee Apple Sox a game back at 8-2. The Victoria Harbor Cats are 8-3 and a game and a half out. They're a far better ball club this season, as are the Kelowna Falcons at 6-4, 3 games out of first place. Infield at the double play depth. The Ducks are on the pond, and here comes the pitch and a slow ground ball wide of third. Giannini charges the ball, and his throw is right on the money. That'll move the runners over, and there's 1 away.
Well, that's the only play he had, a slow hit ball like that. It worked out well, was able to move the runners over.
Tommy Takayoshi, who had a great night last night, will be the batter up, a switch hitter, so this is the first time this year we'll see him batting from the port side. He is, as most switch hitters are, a natural right-handed batter. Corner infielders will come in. They'll have both feet on the grass. Fully back in the middle infield, and the pitch is inside. Runners at second and third. Nanaimo Nighthowls are 4-6, 5 back. The Riverhawks are 6 games back at 3-7. Kamloops at 2-8, and the Port Angeles Lefties off to a tough start, 7 1/2 games back. Here's the 1-0 pitch and a hard hit ground ball up the middle. Green, the shortstop, to his left, can't get to it. 2 runs will come in to score as Tommy Takahashi with his 4th hit in the homestand, and the Riverhawks cash in 2.
Boy, Takayoshi, isn't he on a roll? Well hit ball. Right past the pitcher over second base and 2 RBIs.
Takayoshi with a 2-run single. And Noah Boughton. No statistics to report on this ball player. He makes his first appearance in a Riverhawk uniform. Riverhawks, like just about everybody else in the West Coast Baseball League, in a period where they're waiting on players to have their college assignments completed. So these rosters will change a little bit as the weeks drag on. Here comes the pitch, down and away, 1 ball, no strike from Tyrell Chadwick. The pitcher last night for Kamloops, McLean Roberts, and he certainly pitched better than his fate. A 7-inning distance, 3 earned runs on 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, 3 base on balls, and a wild pitch.
They got him.
Kept them in the ball game. There's a pickoff throw and a good one. Takahashi a little late getting back to the pillow, and he is erased 1-3, 2 gone.
Now, Takahashi was a little lazy on that. The ball was part way over before he came back. And that's just focus or lack of focus.
Noah Boughton will be the batter, as we said. 1 ball to the left-handed hitter, making his Riverhawk debut. Pitch is down and away, 2 balls and no strikes.
Noah Boughton plays at Dallas Baptist University. He's from Colleyville, Texas. And Dallas Baptist had a pretty good run in the regionals in the NC2A, Al. And during the year, they beat Oral Roberts 3 times and then lost to them in the regionals. And Oral Roberts University, small school that it is in the College World Series.
And the 2-0 delivery. Fastball is in there for a call strike. Springfield at 7-3, tied with the Portland Pickles for the lead in the South Division. Corvallis Knights, the defending league champions, are 6-3, and they're just a 1/2 game out of the playoffs. Bend Elks 4-5, 2.5 out. Ridgefield Raptors 4-6, 3 back. Yakima Valley Pippins 4-6, 3 out. And the Cowlitz Black Bears 4-6, 3 back. And the Walla Walla Sweets at 2-8 are 5 games back. 2 runs in, 2 away, bases empty. Chadwick delivers, swing and a miss. He brought that up in 90 miles an hour with some nice natural sink on the ball, good late life. Strikeout number 1 for Tyrell Chadwick. Pair of runs scored, done on 2 hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've got an inning done in our matinee contest this afternoon. We'll have the 2nd inning coming up in just a jiffy.
Perfect.
Now to go to the 2nd inning, and Nathan Gray, the first baseman, will be the leadoff batter. A little late getting this half inning underway. The mascots, and there's a bevy of them here today. Some of them I recognize, and some of them I haven't got a clue what they are.
You're like me, Al. I know some of them, but there's a lot of them there I've never seen before in my life. Must be corporate mascots.
Could be, yeah. Jude Hall is center fielder, and Jared Sacro, and he is the catcher. They are the batters due up. 4-1 Edmonton wins last night. After this series is concluded, the Nanaimo Night Owls have come to town on fireworks Friday night, Saturday night, and a matinee contest on Sunday afternoon. Monday's the day off. They'll saddle up and hit the road. Fastball is upstairs. Here to Nathan Gray from the right-handed pitcher, Riley Barrett. Arizona State. Now, you were down in Arizona for a good part of the winter. I wasn't, as a matter of fact. But so you must have seen Riley Barrett.
Well, no, Riley never played at Arizona State, either the club team or that this year. He was with his club last year. He's just a student at Arizona State right now.
Oh, okay.
Very fine young man, works hard.
Count of a ball and a strike. It's a big ballpark here in Edmonton. It was built to AAA standards back in 1996. There the batter waves at a soft curve, 1-2. You pretty much got to hit it twice to get it out up the middle. 420 feet with just about a 40-foot hitter's eye. 340 to left, 320 to right. And out in the right field, it draws a whole way back out into the right field gap. You got to hit it a ton to get it out. Here's the kick and the 1-2 delivery. Breaking pitch misses.
He's spotting that breaking ball really well. That was just off the plate, trying to get the batter to lunge at it, and the previous pitch was right on the block.
Here's the kick and the 2-2 delivery. Tie the batter up, and it's a dribbler off to the right-handed side. Wheatley onto his left, makes the glove, makes the throw, and you've got one away here in the second inning. He buried that fastball in on the hands.
Absolutely.
Go to Jude Hall, a left-handed hitter, the center fielder. Hall was 1 for 4 in the ball game last night. Belted the ball out into right field, knocked in a run. Jude Hall, the batter. Northpaws today with a crimson top, gray trousers, and no stirrup. Ball 1 to the batter, Jude Hall. They play out of Norbrook Field, just off the North Thompson River in Kamloops. There he just missed the pitch. He got it high in the air, but it's deep to right field, and that ball is on the lip of the warning track and not caught. It knuckled a little bit, and Christian Grind did not be able to make a fielding play on it. That ball actually left the bat with a whole lot of velocity and kind of died in the moist air.
It did. I thought it was going out for a bit there, Al. It was a well-hit ball. Got it up good, and Greeno, he had a little problem with it out there, looked like it.
Jared Sacro will be the batter up. He was a late addition to the lineup today due to an unhealthy ball player. Sacro has appeared in 3 ball games, 3 at-bats, and has yet to record a hit. No batting average. Barrett ready. Batter shows the bunt, draws the bat back, takes the fastball down the middle. 84-mile-an-hour fastball. And it's in there for a called strike, 0-1 to the batter. Landon Clark, the left fielder, the batter due up. Swing and a miss. 85 miles an hour, fastball belt high, and on the inside half of the plate. Here on our school day special, the first of what I'm sure they will do for many, many years. Late in the school season, we're in the month of June, approaching the midway mark of the month. And the 0-2 pitch. Threw him a strike, and it's fouled away.
Changed him up on that pitch, and batter got out in front of it. But we look at it here, Al, a ground ball to the right side will probably score the run. They'll get the runner out. If it goes to the left side, they've got a chance at home plate.
The only day game today in the West Coast League. Everything else is going to be under the lights. Yakima Valley Pippins are in Nanaimo. The Cowlitz Bears will play the Walla Walla Sweets. The Kelowna Falcons are down in Bellingham tonight. As we get ready to go in the 1-2 delivery. 84 miles an hour, natural sink on the pitch. Good sinking fastball. Strikeout number 3 for Riley Barrett. And there's 2 away.
And now the first baseman and third baseman will drop off a little bit, and they'll just play the batter. 2 out.
They have the Ridgefield Raptors in Portland to play the Pickles and the Wenatchee Apple Sox and the Springfield Drifters. 7 games on tap today in the West Coast Baseball League. Wally back on the middle infield, a little back in midway at first and third. Outfield is around to the left just a tiny little bit. Swing and a miss, strike 1 here to Landon Clark. Kamloops, of course, had a real good spring. They hosted the Memorial Cup. They didn't win it, but they did host it in that beautiful new arena in Kamloops. Swing and a foul coming back, 0-2.
Barrett again mixing his pitches up very well. Fastball, curves, and he's hitting the strike zone pretty well.
Here's the kick in the 0-2 delivery, and he's going to waste one upstairs. 85 miles an hour on that pitch. Again, a hazy sky today, and part of that is clouds, and part of it is due to forest fire smoke. Not going to be a warm day today, 15 degrees centigrade at the warmest portion of the day. There's a slow ground ball wide of the bag at third. Otternack is there to grab it, and with a fluid motion, sidearms to the bag.
It's a run score, and just couldn't hang on.
Kyle Anderson will be the batter. Runner is on the move. Here comes the throw to second base. It's on a bounce. Coral with the tag, and it's not in time. Landon Clark with a bag, a stolen base. Now, I had my eye off the field for just a second. Did Landon Clark reach base on an infield hit, or was there an error there?
I think it was an error. Well, there's an error up there, so.
Then there's no RBI.
No RBI.
Error on the first baseman?
Error on 3, that's right. The ball was there. It should have been caught.
So that is an unearned run crossing the plate after the one-out triple by Jude Hall with 2 away. Landon Clark put the ball into play. Otternack made a fielding play. It was an easy fielding play, and the throw was not caught. Kyle Anderson, the batter, up there with a 1-ball, 1 strikeout, tying run in scoring position. Here in the top of the second inning. There's a roller. Ball hit right off the fists, and an unassisted put out by Boughton at first base to retire the side. 1 unearned run crosses the plate, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. And it's a 2-1 ball game heading to the bottom of 2. Back with more in a Jiffy Lube Jiffy.
Tyler Chadwick, 1 fastball, ground ball to second base. Batter's out.
Yeah, Will Gardner erased on a 4-3 putout. Jacob Otternack, the third baseman, hits a slow ground ball to the right-handed side. This is going to be a nice play if they hold on to it, and they do. It'll be a 4-1 putout as Neville got to the ball. Gray, the first baseman, tried to get to it, couldn't get there. 4-1 on the putout. Tyrell Chadwick, big, tall kid, and he was over there in plenty of time.
He got there in plenty of time, timed it up well. For Tyler Chadwick, it's pretty good. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Eddie Saucedo will be the batter. Left-handed hitter. Batting .091 on the season. Makes his appearance in his 5th game. This will be his 12th plate appearance, 1 hit. And hasn't got a whole lot of work in. Here comes the pitch from Chadwick. It's down and away, go to 2 balls and no strikes. Well, we're certainly very sad to hear that my old alma mater, CFRN Radio, 1260 on the dial. I broadcast my very first Trapper game on that station back in 1981. And after 89 years on the radio, John, no more. I guess all good things come to an end.
Awfully sad to see. And you knew Dick Rice, I believe, wonderful gentleman who started that station, and he built it into a powerhouse.
That he did. 1260 on the AM dial. Television came in 1954. TV is still going. That's good to see, but the AM radio is, I hate to say it, maybe going the way of the dinosaur.
Could very well be.
Count runs full. Chadwick ready to go. Draws a beat on the target, and he misses inside, ball 4. And Christian Grino will be the batter. Grino hitting .143, 3rd game, 8th plate appearance, 1 hit. A .143 slugging percentage and a .143 on-base percentage.
As Grino steps in here from University of San Diego, Glendora, California is his home.
Batting out of the 9 spot on the order today, Chadwick with a fastball high and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. He's a pretty good ball player. He pitches. He's the designated hitter on occasion. They'll play him in the outfield. At this level of baseball, you need players like that. Here comes the pitch. Fastball outside, ball 2.
Yeah, when you have that type of utility player, and what happens in this league, you need players that can play numerous positions.
Pickoff throw to first base. Good throw. Is right on the money, right on the slide side of the bag.
And that's 2 very good throws. He got Takayoshi on one and was very close to getting the runner here.
Totals from last night, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error, 3 left aboard for Kamloops in a 2-hour and 2-minute quickie. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and 4 left aboard. For the Hawks, the winning pitcher was the starter. Halen Knoll went an 8-inning distance. 1 earned run on 5 hits, 8 strikeouts. Sean Adamanchuk had a 3-up, 3-down 9th inning and recorded his first save. On outside, fastball, go to ball 3, strike 1.
Well, Chadwick's best pitch has been this fastball. He's just been a little wild outside with it.
Yeah, and that'll walk the batter. We'll have men at first and second base, so they get 2 base runners aboard on the bottom end of the order. Dan Calabrese will be the batter. Walked and scored in the first inning. And 1 for 2 with a run scored in last night's victory. Chadwick took a little off the pitch, got a little more accuracy with a little less velocity, and the pitch is in the strike zone. 0-1 to Calabrese. Ball is nailed out into right center field. That ball's not going to get caught. It'll play to run. It's fielded on 1 bounce by Jude Hall going to his left. Here's the throw to second base, and that is going to be a double with a run batted in. And Christian Grino moves on to third.
Well, he tagged that fastball and got it out there. I thought the outfielder was going to make a play on it like last night, Hal, but didn't quite get to the ball.
That'll be a run-scoring double. And Curl is the batter up. Beat out an infield hit. in the first inning. It was an infield hit, wasn't a bunt single, an infield hit. He'll stand in with two runners on the left-hand side of the diamond, and the pitch to him. 91-mile-an-hour sinker, swing and a miss, 0-1. You throw the ball with two fingers across two seams to make that ball sink.
And he put that ball right on the inside corner of the plate. A real good pitch.
The set and the 0-1 delivery. And that one is 83 miles an hour on the inside half of the plate at the knee. Strike two. If you want the ball to sail, it's two fingers across four seams. And here comes the 0-2. Good breaking ball. Thrown by Chadwick. He gets the strikeout, and that'll be his second of the day.
Very good pitching in there by Chadwick. The one hit hurt him, and of course the walk hurt him.
That is strikeout number 2 for Chadwick to set down the side. And we'll be back with the top of the third in just a minute. Noah Lowe, the designated hitter, leads things off here in the top of 3 in our matinee contest this afternoon. Ball game got underway at 11:03 this morning, Mountain Time. Strike down the middle, 0-1. Kids are enjoying the game, and the ball players like it too. They're done for the day at about 2 o'clock.
They're having a great time, the kids out here today, and you know the weather's pretty good for them. Not too hot.
Count of a ball and a strike. 7:05 tomorrow night against the Northpaws. And the Nanaimo Nighthowls are in here through the weekend. Fireworks Friday night. So put that one down on your calendar. Saturday night and a Sunday afternoon game. That'll be a 1:05 start. Monday is off, and the Riverhawks will saddle up and head to British Columbia for a 6-game road swing. What would be ideal is if we could get one more Alberta team in the West Coast League. Make it a whole lot easier for scheduling purposes. Check swing on a breaking pitch. Appeal to first base. Jeff Chipley indicates no swing. 2-2. And the fastball is down the middle. The batter wasn't looking for it, and that one was straight and through, right down the middle, belt high.
He got fooled totally on that pitch. Whatever he was expecting, it didn't come, and ends up with a K.
And shortstop Tommy Green, the batter up. Northpaws at 2-8. The Riverhawks at 3-7. So both clubs with a slow start to the season, and the pitch is inside from Riley Barrett. 1 ball, no strike. The Riverhawks on the wings of a 3-game win streak. More ball players on the way. The cavalry is coming. And the pitch is a strike from Barrett. 1 ball, 1 strike. Didn't throw it real hard. 84 miles an hour. out of a drop and drive delivery. And that one is good as gold, right down the middle, 1-2.
Again, Barrett's been mixing his pitches up quite well in this game.
Kick in the 1-2 pitch on the way, and a slow ground ball to the left side. Kelly Curl drifts into the shortstop's hole, throws a strike to first base, and there's 2 away. And Cooper Neville will be the batter.
Kelly Coral is really showing us a lot, Al, this year with the smoothness of his infield play. At University this year, he had a .957 field percentage.
And the pitch is going to get swung on and belted out into right field for a long single down the line. Base hit for Cooper Neville. A 2-out single. And Neville has swung as good a pull as anybody in the Kamloops order in this series. That's his 3rd hit of the series. Had a 2 for 4 last night. I'm going to say right about 5,000 people are in the ballpark. It's an approximation, of course. The ballpark itself seats 9,200 fans. And a good bit of them are school kids. On the hands, the fastball is flared foul down the left field foul line, out of play, and into the party area, the barbecue zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Second baseman Wheatley is fully back in midway between the bags of first and second. Curl is more towards second base, and the third baseman Paternak is about 15-20 feet off the left field foul line, just back at third base. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Drew Giannini. Struck out swinging his first time through. Runner is on the way. It's ball popped up on the run and hit play. You don't hit and run with 2 away. You run and hit, and that ball is flared foul and then again into the barbecue area. Whole idea between a hit and run is to try to stay out of a double play. With 2 out, double play doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. And the pitch was in a good spot. He put it in on the hands. Tough to get squared away on a pitch that's in tight like that. And batter's playing tight too.
Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. A curveball thrown by Riley Barrett. And the right-hander will record his 5th strikeout of the afternoon. No runs, no 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left aboard. And we'll take a look at the scoreboard last night from the major leagues when we return in the bottom half of the 3rd inning from right here at Remax Field. Zach Wheatley, the leadoff batter here in the last three. As we take a look at the scoreboard last night from the big leagues, the Blue Jays kicking off a 9-game road swing in Baltimore. And the Orioles are a way better ball club than they have been in recent years. They were pretty much the doormat of the American League. And they were winners last night, feasting on Blue Jay pitching. 11-6 was the final score. Yankees came back and they beat the New York Mets 7-6. And the Oakland A's, after just a tremendously bad start, a 2-1 win over maybe the best club in the American League, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Score was 2-1. Colorado Rockies down the Red Sox 7-6. The Twins, they're a good ball club this season, a 7-5 victory over the Milwaukee Brewers. They're the former Seattle Pilot franchise. Giants 11, the Cardinals 3. The Angels beat the Rangers 7-3. It was the Cubbies over the Pirates 11-3. And the Cincinnati Reds 5-4 winners over the Kansas City Royals. Here's the 1-2 pitch back to the mound, a comebacker. Chadwick knocks it down, picks it up, underhands to the bag, 1-3 on the putout, and there's one away.
Good play by Chadwick there. The ball came off his leg, bounced away, got over in time, and was able to make the throw.
Dusty Baker's Houston Astros, World Series champions, 6-1 win over the Nationals. Mariners up on the Marlins. They won the ball game, 9-3. Padres doubled up the score in the Cleveland Guardians, 6-3. And the Diamondbacks lose, and didn't lose, they got walloped, spanked, 15-3 by the Philadelphia Phillies. Seattle Pilots played 1 year. They played at Old Six Stadium in Seattle, which is the home of the Seattle Rainiers forever in the Pacific Coast League. And one of their broadcasters I knew a little bit. He managed to broadcast Portland Beaver baseball one season and forever. Broadcast NBA basketball, Bill Schonley. They went to training camp down in somewhere around Glendale, Arizona. And when training camp was over, they went back to Seattle, and the team went to Milwaukee and became the Brewers. High pop-up, Giannini with a nice fielding play deep at third base, right by the dugout railing of the Edmonton Riverhawks, 2 away.
He played that perfectly, made sure he got there before he reached for the ball, made a very nice catch. Al, do you remember the old Seattle Pilots? Major League?
I knew a couple of guys. Our very first manager here at AAA, Gordy Lund, was a starting shortstop.
There you go. Well, their spring training used to be in Apache Junction. They had a stadium out there. And in those days, and I still think it is Apache Junction, there was only one stoplight out there. It was quite a place.
And a lot of dust, I'll imagine that.
Lots of dust.
We're at a ball and a strike, 2 out, bases empty. Noah Boughton making his Riverhawk debut, struck out his first time through. Joe Schultz was the manager of the Seattle Pilots. Jimmy Boughton, who wrote that book that in those days was considered pretty racy. Today it's probably bedtime reading, but ball
That's
4.
Exactly right.
1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch is down and away. You know who was on that club starting right fielder? Was Lou Piniella.
You know, it was interesting when that book came out. That's the first time people or anybody spoke about what went on in the dressing room.
2 balls and 2 strikes, and Boughton, I saw him pitch one time at the Lacombe Lions baseball tournament. His career at the time was over. He pitched for the Calgary Jimmies, and he went back and got back to the major leagues. Knuckleball. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hard line drive, fielded on 1 bounce by the shortstop Green. Sidearms to the target, and that'll do it. And we're through 3 innings, and a pretty good one here today. 1 run separates the clubs. It's a 3-1 Edmonton lead. Zeros across the totals here in the last half of 3. Back with more in just a jiffy. First baseman Nathan Gray will be the leadoff batter. We're in the top half of the fourth inning. Ball game sitting at about the 53-minute mark as I speak. And off the head of the bat, flared foul up the right side and down the line. 0-1 to the batter. You know, there was a time, and I know to our American audience, they don't know what I'm talking about. The all sports station in Edmonton went dark today at 9 o'clock. Been on the air for just under 90 years. I used to think all the years I spent in radio that nothing would ever put it out of business. Well, I guess live stream, the worldwide internet.
I think all of it adds up, Al, and it's sad for our community. Another K. That is 6 strikeouts, I believe. Yeah, 6 strikeouts.
What he's doing here, Marty Barrett, he's crushing these batters up. That batter took a pitch good as gold right down the barrel. He wasn't looking for it.
Oh, he's mixing his pitches up well.
Jude Hall nailed a 3-base hit to right field in the second inning. He came around to score. Big bend at the knee, left-handed batsman up there. Barrett out of a drop and drive delivery, kicks and deals, and the pitch is down and away. 1 ball, no strike. Out on the picket line today, Will Gardner in left. Dan Calabrese in center field, and Christian Grind is your right fielder. This one hit off the head of the bat, and it's tagged pretty good out into deep left field. That ball won't get caught. It's off the warning track to the base of the wall, and a one-out double to the opposite field for Jude Hall. Hit that one good. He didn't get the best part of the bat on it. He muscled it out there.
He did, and he got enough height on it, and right in the power alley, put it right to the wall. Excellent hit.
And Jared Sokro is the batter up. Went down swinging in the second inning. Ensure your vehicle performs its best by visiting Jiffy Lube for an oil change today. No appointment necessary, warranty approved. Jiffy Lube, keeping you moving. Fully back in the middle infield, midway at first and third. There's a bunt, not a good one. Back to the screen, strike 1 to the batter.
Now that pitch was put up in the zone. That's a very difficult pitch to bunt. And he also was moving a little bit early with it like he'd do on a drag or a push bunt. And because of that, I think he got under it a little too much.
That'll bring Potternack in about a pace or two. He'll be just a tad inside the bag at third base. There's an uncontested steal to third. Jude Hall got a pretty good lead. And finds himself at third base. Stolen base.
He has a good jump on that ball. Very good jump. And when you look at it, Al, it's tough for the catcher. With a right-handed batter up there, it's tough to throw that ball down there.
Ground ball to the right side. Boughton fields this on one bounce, underhands to the bag, and we've got a 3-2 ball game. And the Northpaws engineered that run really nice. That's what he wanted, a ground ball to the right. Sokro will be out on a 3-1 put-out. First baseman to the pitcher, and he gets a run batted in, 2 away. Landon Clark, the left fielder, the batter. Reached base on an error his first time through. Clark takes a strike from Riley Barrett. And here comes the 0-1 delivery. Flared foul and out of play.
Excellent breaking ball again by Barrett. He's moving his pitches around well. And either the inside corner or the outside corner. He's not putting a lot down the pipe.
And here comes the 0-2 delivery. 9 outside. 7:05 tomorrow night to wrap up the series with Kamloops. The Hawks will be in Kamloops in a short period of time for a 3-game set. They're all 3-game series in the West Coast League. 54 games for the entire run of the season. 18 3-game sets, 9 at home, 9 on the road. So it'll be a 3-game series starting on Tuesday the 20th in Victoria to play a pretty good Victoria Ball Club this season. And then just down the highway into Nanaimo for a 3-game set. And here Riley Barrett gets his 7th strikeout on the day on that fastball. 4 of the strikeouts are called third strikes, so he's fooling the batters this afternoon. But a run comes in to score. Done on a hit. Weren't any errors. And nobody left on base. 3.5 innings in the books. Back with more in just a jiffy. Will Gardner lead things off here in the home half of the 4th inning. He got a hold of the pitch in the middle innings last night and knocked it over the wall in right field. Not only was it over the wall in right, it was onto the boulevard and probably bounced onto the parking lot. It was a hanger out over the plate and he nailed it. Bounced out his first time through. Tyrell Chadwick ready to go. Long stride home, and there's a ball belted to the opposite field. Down the left field line, Giannini was playing in, and if he'd been playing midway, he might have had a play on the ball. But as it is, Will Gardner with the 2-base hit to the opposite field.
It was. He just got it by the third baseman. A well-hit ball.
And that wasn't a flare. You could have hung close on that line.
He ripped it, and that's the case, Al, on that outside pitch. Instead of trying to pull it, get your bat through it hard, but delay the bat head a little bit, and that's where you get that power down that opposite field line. Wonderful job by Will Gardner.
Otternack the batter up. Potential 4th run in scoring position with nobody out here in the last of 4. Tyrell Chadwick takes a gaze down the gun barrel. The big right-hander comes set, checks his runner off second. And the pitch, threw him a strike and it's fouled away. 0-1. Hit for Tyrell was a change-up, 81 miles an hour. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Looks like a curveball, swing and a miss, 0-2.
Very good pitch by Tyrell Chadwick. Again, mixing his pitches up with that fastball he's got.
And the kick and the 0-2 delivery. Ball is flared up the middle. It's a little looper, and that ball is going to get caught nicely by Green. He got a good jump on that ball, ran a great route to it, timed it up just perfectly, and stole a base hit away from Potternack.
He really did, and, you know, he showed it last night, too. He gets out after that ball, and right away he knows where the ball's dropping. Gets there and always makes a nice catch.
Eddie Salcido, who drew a base on ball and came around to score in the 2nd inning, is the batter. Big knee bend, left-handed batter with a closed-off stance, back foot along the back line of the batter's box. And he looks at a strike here from Tyrell Chadwick. And his dad, Ray, pitched here in the 1980s. I want to say Ray was out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Got a little big league time in with the Angels. Pitched in Edmonton and in Vancouver in the Pacific Coast League. He's got the Thompson River Club in the Canadian Collegiate Baseball Conference. 1 ball, 1 strike. An old buddy of ours was from Raleigh, North Carolina, and a great major league outfielder, Wes Covington.
Absolutely.
1 ball, 1 strike. I looked it up on YouTube last winter, and I do it quite a bit when the weather's so cold. I like to watch baseball to try to warm me up. But West played left field a good bit of the time in the 1957 World Series on that outstanding, and I do mean outstanding, Milwaukee Braves club.
It really was. You look at the pitchers they had, like Warren Spahn headed it up, but you also had, I mean, you look at Eddie Matthews. I mean, they had a solid batting order.
Hall of Famer. Covington in left, Billy Bruton in center, Hank Aaron out in right. I mean, it just keeps on going.
Yeah.
Matthews at third, Johnny Logan at short, a great manager later on in his career. Red Schoendienst was the second baseman. Big Joe Adcock out of Louisiana at first. And a guy I knew quite well. He managed the Albuquerque Dukes in the Pacific Coast League. Del Crandall was the catcher.
A good manager, too.
Yeah, he was. Very good. And the 3-2 delivery is high and outside, ball 4. Another one I met back in our first year in baseball, 1981. He was a Canadian player on the 57 Braves, a right-hander from the province of Quebec, Ron Pichet. I do believe Lou Burdette won 3 games in that series. Kristen Greeno is the batter up, men at first and second base with one away. We're in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Good ball game here today. It's a 1-run score. It's a 3-2 Edmonton lead as Tyrell Chadwick misses inside. Ball 1 to Greeno. They wore their brand new uniforms last night to the Riverhawks. Solid white uniform. They've got the navy blue top here today with the white trousers and the blue stirrups. And the pitch is a called strike. That's another thing that's really improved down through the years is uniforms. The new ones that they make now are so light and they breathe well.
Yeah.
And
we used to have those old wool uniforms.
You didn't sweat a little bit in those, did you?
Oh, man.
Here's the kick and the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to the left side of the infield. It hopped off the mound. Good fielding play by the shortstop, Green. And he airmails it on to first base. Over for Gray. On to third goes Will Gardner. Saucedo is out. 6 unassisted. And a fielder's choice for Kristen Greeno. He can fly pretty good. I mean, that was a pretty good throw to the bag.
It was. He moved very well getting down the line. Al, going back to the jerseys, when I saw that uniform, I thought I was watching Field of Dreams.
I don't know. I assume you know this, but they do play a major league game every year. It's a league game right on the site where that cornfield was in Iowa. And it is something to see. 1 ball, no strike here to Dan Calabrese. And the pitch sawed him off nicely. A little dribbler down to third base. Giannini in to make the fielding play. He gloves it and he throws a strike to the bag. 5-3 on the putout to set down the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 2 men left aboard. For our American fans tuning in, they might be interested to know that the movie Field of Dreams it came off of a book called Shoeless Joe that was written by a guy from right here in Edmonton, W.P. Kinsella.
Yeah, that's right. And it is still by many people, and for myself too, best baseball movie I've ever seen.
Top half of the fifth inning about ready to get underway. Kyle Anderson will be the leadoff batter. Left-hand hitter up there, just off the plate. Big knee bend. He takes a cut at the pitch, and it's strike one to the batter. Anderson bounced out his first time through. Second baseman Wheatley is going to play him to pull the ball. First baseman Boughton is deep at first. And the third baseman Potternack is in on the grass at third. Other games in the West Coast League today. These will be under the lights, I'm sure. Yakima Valley Pippins are in Nanaimo to play the Night Owls. Kamloops Black Bears are in Walla Walla. Kelowna Falcons and the Bellingham Bells. A nice little city in northern Washington, just not much more than about an hour drive from Vancouver. Victoria tonight is across the Straits of Juan de Fuca and into Port Angeles to play the Lefties, Ridgefield and Portland. And the Wenatchee Apple Sox will play the Springfield Drifters. Seems like we've got a little bit of rain coming down. That is not a surprise. It's been in the forecast for the next couple of days. And the pitch is a breaking ball strike. Split the plate with a curveball, and that's his 8th strikeout on the day for Riley Barrett. Four of the 8 strikeouts have been called third strikes. Noah Lowe, the designated hitter, is the batter. Here's the pitch to Noah. And it's a breaking ball strike, 75-mile-an-hour curveball. Nice spinner, good hook. Thrown here by Barrett.
Number 13 warming up in the bullpen for the Northpaws.
From the breaking ball, we go to a fastball in on the hands. It's flared foul up the right side and into the seats. That'll be a souvenir baseball for one of the many youngsters here today. And the kick and a 0-2. He'll waste one upstairs. Barrett making his second start in his third appearance. 8 1/3 innings, 11 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. Couple of base on balls, 2 strikeouts. And an 0-1 record with a real good earned run average of 3.24. That's for Woodbat Baseball Collegiate Summer League. That's a good ERA. And the Northpaws starting to heat up a left-hander in the pen. He's not yet throwing off the mound, so he's just playing some long toss. Barrett does not work from a windup. He comes set, stride home, and the pitch. Down and away, evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sure, your vehicle is road trip ready by visiting your neighborhood Jiffy Lube today. Get a $25 gift card with a fully synthetic oil change. And the pitch hit off the end of the bat. It's a flare out into right field. Losing his footing is Christian Grino. And Christian stays with it, though, and makes the catch. Outfield grass probably a little slippery, but he reached out with his left hand and he hauled it in.
He did. It looked like he slipped out there.
And the shortstop, Tommy Green, is the batter. Looking for his first hit of the series. He is hitless in 6 tries. And the pitch to him is a fastball upstairs.
You know, that line drive out in the right field, those are the hardest hits to judge. And could be that he got fooled on a little bit and just ended up going to his knees.
On the hands, and the ball is popped up into short center field. There's a late start and a long run in for the center fielder Calabrese, and he's there to put leather on it, and that will retire the set. That's probably the best inning of the ball game for Riley Barrett.
Excellent inning of pitching for Riley Barrett.
4.5 innings in the books and a 1-run lead for the Riverhawks. Back with more in a Jiffy Lube Jiffy. Shortstop Kelly Curl leads it off here in the last half of the fifth inning. 3-2 score. Edmonton leads. Second game of the series. Riverhawks were winners last night. And a 2 hour and 2 minute gem. 4-1 final tally.
Kelly with an attempted bunt, just popped it off the plate for a strike. 0-2.
So we have seen 13 and a half innings of Edmonton Riverhawk pitching, and if it holds up, that's going to be good. They have got, looks to me like a real nice pitching staff, and if you got pitching, you've got a chance. Ground ball here to the shortstop Green. He scoops it up on the second hop, throws it down on the way to the first baseman Gray, but he's a big target, and he's there to make a nice pick. 6-3 on the putout, one gone. Some things don't change in baseball. At first base, what you really want is a guy that catches right and throws left, and just like that fellow over there at first base, you need a big target. Ball in on the hands. Chadwick's going to get his second out of the inning. It's a pop up to the right-hand side of the diamond. The second baseman Neville is camped under that. There's 2 away.
Again, good fastball. Like you said, Al, right on the hands, and that'll draw a lot of pop-ups.
Up in the major leagues today, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays with a tremendous one-loss record of 48-22. Play the Oakland A's that are 19-50. The A's, though, are playing better. Give them that. They have won 7 straight ball games. And with 2 out, here comes the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. The Braves with a 40-26 record, and the Tigers a 27-37 in interleague play. Pirates and the Cubs. The Pirates at 34-31. The Cubbies at 29-37. And it's the Guardians and the Padres. Cleveland Guardians at 31-35. Terry Francona managing the Cleveland club. Managed the Red Sox, of course, to a World Series title. One-time Montreal Expos. Strike on the outside corner.
That's the second breaking ball he's thrown on that outside corner for strikes. Very good pitch.
Blue Jays again with the Orioles, the opposition. It's in Baltimore. The Blue Jays were pummeled last night, 11-5. Blue Jays are 37-31. They're a good team. They're 6 games better than 500. And the Orioles are an excellent club at 42-24. 2 away and the base is empty. Chadwick has retired 4 consecutive batters. And here comes the pitch. Good breaking ball, swing and a miss, not held cleanly. And the catcher Sacro flares one over to the first baseman Gray, and that will retire the side. Strikeout for Chadwick, 2-3 on the putout, and the Hawks are out in order here in the last half of the 5th inning. And we'll be back with more in just a jiffy. New pitcher in the ball game. We'll get to the new pitcher in just a second. Really nice totals today for Riley Barrett. I'd imagine probably on a bit of a pitch count, a 5-inning distance, 2 runs, only 1 earned run. 3 hits, 8 strikeouts, did not walk a batter. Pretty much threw ahead in the count.
He also came out with a total of 69 pitches, 46 strikes, and 23 balls. Very good outing for Riley Barrett.
Dallin Harrison out of Gilbert, Arizona, 6 foot. Tips the Toledo's at 185 pounds out of the University of San Diego. And a sinker ball, swing and a miss. Strike 1 from Dallin Harrison. Got 1 start under his belt. This will be his 4th appearance, 13 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 2 base on balls, 12 strikeouts, and a 1.38 earned run average. Nice totals.
They are.
Cooper Neville is the batter up on a 1-for-2 afternoon. Long, tall, left-handed batter, slight knee bend. Pretty much a straight-off stance, and he looks at a pitch down and away, ball 2, strike 1. Ball game sits at the 1 hour and 22-minute mark here in the top half of the 6th inning. Down and in, go to ball 3. And the 3-1 delivery. Fastball misses outside, ball 4, and the tying run is aboard on a leadoff walk. Drew Giannini will be the batter.
How many times, Al, have we talked about the danger of walking the first batter? The
absolutely uncanny, the amount of times they come in to score. Giannini has struck out twice. He was the 2nd and the 5th strikeout of Riley Barrett. And here's the pitch on the way, and the ball is hit out into right field. No play for Wheatley, the second baseman. We'll have first and second base here in the top half of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch from Dallin Harrison. Batter squares off, shows the bunt, which would be in order with men at first and second and nobody out, and the tying run in scoring position. 1 ball, no strike in the batter.
This is what you want to do. Bunt the ball down the third baseline. The runner's moving, and there it is.
Forces the third baseman to leave the bag, and the ball is going to roll foul. And the Riverhawks get a little bit of luck right there, and that's a good call by Paternak. He knew he wasn't going to have a play at first base.
Very good play by Paternak. He watched it well and knew it was spinning the right way, was going out.
The last time we had a natural grass infield here in Edmonton was 1995, the final year of John Ducey Park. And if we had a team with speed, the managers would bevel the foul lines in. And keep the infield grass real long. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter. With the artificial turf infield, and it is such a beautiful turf, but you don't get to do that anymore. So leadoff walk and a single to right field, and the Northpaws have got the tying run in scoring position, the go-ahead run at first base. High leg kick from the set position. There's another bunt that rolls foul. Had the right idea, just could not put the ball where he wanted it.
He's just getting too much spin on it. He's coming off the line. Now with 2 strikes, bunts are foul again. He's out automatically, so I suspect he's going to be swinging away. I don't know with a 1 or 2 count, Al, whether we would try a hit and run here, but it would not be a bad deal if you get that contact on it.
Harrison making his 4th appearance on this young season. Count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kicks that left leg up high, and he's going to get an out as this ball is popped up into short center field. Kelly Coral is back and camped under that, and the shortstop makes the grab. You have 1 away. Buried that pitch right in on his hands.
Very good again, and Kelly Coral got out there well. Center fielder came in real well, Calabrese, and they had that ball pegged. That is good pitching.
Jude Hall has had a real good day today. He's got a double. He's got a triple. The double was a frozen rope down the left field line, an opposite field single or double here for Jude Hall in his last at bat in the 4th inning.
Timeout. They had a ball get away in the bullpen out there in the right field line, so get that taken care of and get back at it.
.705 tomorrow night. We'll kick things off on our live stream telecast right after the national anthems in the series finale. And it's onto that charter airplane with no wings and a 500-mile roadway for the Northpaws as they'll bus all night back into Kamloops and open up a series on Thursday night. Out in front of the pitch, he hit it hard, and he hit it foul down the line and out of the ballpark in right field. Good changeup thrown here to Jude Hall. And here's the 1-1 delivery down low, ball 2. Remember one time we played a July 4th game in Portland, Oregon, and climbed on the bus, and believe me, this was no luxury bus, and down through the big gorge and on into Spokane to play a day game the next day. There was some sore heads by the time we got to Spokane, I can tell you that. Strike on the batter. He swung and he missed it. Here on Jude Hall, a fastball that ran away from the left-handed batter. Columbia River Gorge is where we went through. And we ran out of beer by about the Tri-Cities.
That's quite a drive through that gorge, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And here comes the 2-2. In there at the knee, and it's a called 3rd strike. Jude Hall is not in real agreement with that. Strikeout number 1 for Dallin Harrison. Jared Sokro, the catcher, will be the batter up.
Well, that was a big play because now they just play any base for the out. 2 gone.
And with 2 men on, here comes the pitch. Breaking ball misses at the knee, 1 ball and no strikes. Again, the totals for the starter, Riley Barrett, right at the present time, although it certainly could change. He is the pitcher of record, 5-inning distance, 2 runs, 1 earned. He scattered 3 hits, and he struck out 8 batters. That's 17 batters for the Riverhawk pitchers through this series with Kamloops. Fastball is down the middle. Split the plate with that heater. We go to 2 balls and a strike.
Biggest thing here, of course, is to throw strikes and let your fielders play.
And the 2-1 pitch. Fastball misses inside. Other games in the major leagues today. And some of these games are now underway. Top half of the end of 3, it's the Cardinals with a 5-2 lead on the San Francisco Giants at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. And the 3-1 delivery, ball 4, and that's going to load the bases. Landon Clark will be the batter. The Yankees and the Mets tonight, the Rockies and the Red Sox, the Jays and the Orioles, the Braves and the Tigers, Tampa Bay and the A's. Top of the 4th. I do believe this is a doubleheader. And the Braves lead the Tigers 6-4. 4-2 score. The Twins in the top of 4 lead the Milwaukee Brewers. Big opportunity here for the Kamloops Northpaws. Now there are 2 away, and that is the big stat. 2 out. It's hard to get a run with 2 away, but the bases are full. And a strike 1 count as Dallin Harrison works on Landon Clark, the left fielder. Infield is pretty much fully back. The outfield is straight away, and the pitch is upstairs. Brings the count to a ball on the strike.
Same pitch, basically just missed on that one.
And the 1-1 delivery. Inside, go to ball 2. Other games today in the majors, the Nationals and the Astros, the Reds and the Royals, the Angels and the Texas Rangers at the brand new ballpark in Arlington, Texas. The old park was not much more than 20 years old, but they elected to build a new one. 3 balls, 1 strike. Pirates and the Cubs, Guardians and the Padres, Phillies and the D-backs, Marlins and the Mariners, and the White Sox and the Dodgers.
This is really a hitter's pitch here. 3-1, bases loaded, 2 out. It's got to come in with it.
And he does. Throws a strike right down the barrel. Count is full, 3-2. Runners will get out on the pedway, and they will be running with the pitch here on School Kids Day at the ballpark. And here's the 3-2 delivery, and that's going to miss for ball 4. And that will tie this ball game up at 3.
And an RBI.
And Kyle Anderson, the right fielder, is going to be the batter up. Well, there you go. It proves their point. A leadoff walk. How long? Many times do they come in to score?
That's the one who scored. Now, I don't see anybody in the bullpen, but there is a little discussion going on here on the mound. Again, the key, Alan, we talk about it all the time, the importance of throwing strikes. I mean, you've got a lot of people behind you there. And that was the thing that Riley...
Well, I think the gist of that meeting is maybe he's nibbling a little too much.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
A run in to score, a 3-all ball game here in the Kamloops 6th inning. Bases are loaded. The runners aboard. Giannini's at third. Sokro at second base. Clark is the runner off at first. There he saw the batter off, a little dribbler to the right-handed side. Wheatley up with it and onto the bag to retire the side. And that might be a broken bat, too. He might be going back to the woodpile.
You got it.
1 run comes in to score and a pair of base on balls. There was 1 hit. Weren't any errors and 3 men left to board. And it's a 3-all tie as we move to the home half of the 6th inning. Back with that in just a jiffy. New pitcher in the ball game is Matthew Romero. Making his second appearance. He's got one start on the season. Big lanky left-hander, and the pitch is a breaking ball strike. 0-1. 2 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs, 2 earned runs. Pair of walks and a strikeout, an 0-1 record, and an ERA of 23.14. And Romero with an 0-2 count and no about in the matchup here. The left-handed pitcher and hitter, Boughton, Gardner, and Pardonak are due up here in the inning. Pitch is going to miss off the outside half of the plate. Go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pretty good day for Tyrell Chadwick. Both starters today will get no decisions. As we are tied, and there's a hard ground ball to the right. Neville, the second baseman, on to his right. Loves it and throws it, and there's 1 away. Will Gardner, the batter. Again, Chadwick with a 5-inning distance, 3 earned runs on 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, 3 base on balls. Gardner, the batter, with 1 out and the base is empty. He swings and he misses the pitch. Strike 1. Gardner 1 for 2 today. Got that big fly ball last night, a home run. And he pulled a double down the left field line his last time up. Showed some good opposite field pop. Here he drops down a push bunt, and he's going to get a base hit. The third baseman, Genie, came in, gloved it, made the transfer. Had a look at the target, and Gardner with his second hit of the afternoon on an infield bunt single. And Jacob Pardonak will be the batter. Go ahead run at first base. Pardonak hitting 176. Going into play today, he had 9 ball games under his belt and 34 at-bats, his 10th game as we speak. And he's got 36 at-bats. Again, the series wraps up tomorrow night. 7:05 contest will take the air on our live stream worldwide telecast right about 7:05. And the ball club from Nanaimo, British Columbia will be in on the weekend. There's a fly ball to right. Drifting over towards the gap is Kyle Anderson. He makes a running catch and there's 2 away. And Eddie Saucedo, the batter. No at-bats of the afternoon. He's got 2 plate appearances. He walked and scored in his second inning, his first trip to the plate. He walked and was erased at second base on an attempt at a ground ball double play. Saucedo, big knee bend, deep in the box, left-handed batter up there, and the pitch is a called strike. 0-1. Graham Grider, the plate umpire today, and he's had a pretty good zone, I think. He's been consistent. Jeff Chipley at first. Philip McGee is the umpire working at third. Strike 1 to Saucedo. And he takes the ball down and away.
You know, the big thing, Al, with umpires making the calls, as long as they're consistent and making that same call all game, players can deal with it. And that's what he's doing today.
Quite often on YouTube, they'll show you some absolutely egregious calls that you see in the major leagues. Now, in fairness, they never show the good calls either. And they make more good ones than they do bad. But when they make bad ones, I'll tell you what, they are bad. Here, take a little off the pitch, 84 miles an hour, swing and a miss, 2-2 to Saucedo. If we are going to get rain, hopefully it'll be when this ball game is about an hour completed. But they are calling for rain in the forecast, and that rain is very, very badly needed. So it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count with 2 away, and here comes the pitch. Hit off the high end of the bat, and it's a flare into left field. Landon Clark drifts into the power alley, and he's camped under that to retire the side. Pretty good outing here for Matthew Romero. With no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left the board. We'll move along to the 7th inning. Riverhawks baseball brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Noah Lowe, the designated hitter, lead things off here in the top half of the 7th inning. There's a kick and the pitch on the way. Flared foul, and that is down the line and right. And into the seating area. Strike one here to Lowe on an 0 for 2 afternoon. He is struck out and flied out. Here against Dallin Harrison, working in his 2nd inning out of the relief pen. Here's the kick and the pitch, and it's a breaking ball on the inside half of the plate for a strike, 0-2.
He snapped that pitch off very well.
Harrison faced 6 batters in the 6th inning and surrendered the tying run. He'll waste the pitch upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tommy Green, the shortstop, Cooper Neville, the second baseman, are due up in the inning. Fully back on the middle infield, about midway at first and third. Straight away is the outfield. The ball hit foul at third base. Just by the coaching box, Keith Francis, the field manager. He was named to this position late in the offseason. Spent years down in Tucson. That's where he lives, in Tucson, with the University of Arizona. And the pitch popped up. On towards the backstop, and it's out of play. Up on the piping and into the club seats. They played forever at an old ballpark we played at back in our AAA days. High Corbett Field. Just off Speedway Avenue in Tucson.
Before Arizona built a stadium for the school, that's where we'd play down there at High Corbett. That was quite the old ballpark.
Yes, it was. One of the outfield signs was a Volkswagen stripped down and sawed off in half and hammered up on the wall.
Yeah.
The Volkswagen Beetle. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Breaking pitch and a good one. Nice spin, nice break. Good spinner thrown here by the starter, the relief pitcher, Dallin Harrison. And he will record his 2nd strikeout of the afternoon.
Excellent pitch by Dallas Harrison.
And we'll go to the shortstop, Tommy Green. High Corbett Field was forever the spring training home of the Cleveland Indians. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Ooh, a fastball by him, 0-1. Starter again today, Riley Barrett, 5-inning distance, outstanding job, 2 runs, 1 earned. Scattered 3 hits, struck out 8. And here's the 0-1 delivery. And this high, we go to 1 ball and 1 strike.
Just missed with that breaking ball inside.
Bouncing ball down to third base. Paternak is up with it. Sidearms across the diamond. And there's 2 out here in the inning.
Same breaking ball he threw in the previous pitch. Snapped this one right on the inside corner. Got the ground out. You know, Al, you talk about High Corbett Field. That place, you play there during the day. That high sky, it's a little higher than it is in the valley in Tempe. And boy, you lose a ball easy down there.
And the kick and a 0-1 delivery. Outside pitch, 1 ball and 1 strike. We were playing there one time as an afternoon ball game, and Kirk McCaskill was pitching for us. As this ball is pulled out in right field, it won't get caught on the fly. Grind is going to have to play the wall at the base of the wall, and that'll be a 2-out double as Cooper Neville pulled the trigger on a 2-base hit. He pulled the ball hard into right field.
Looked to me a little bit on that like Christian Greeno did not get a good jump on that ball. He wasn't far from it, but he didn't quite get there. A little slow on the ball.
Anyway, McCaskill threw a pitch. It was technically a wild pitch. Catcher couldn't get to it. Runner came in from third base, but the ball hit a pipe just below the screen. It bounced right back into the catcher's mitt and got the guy out at home plate. So technically it can't be a wild pitch. Nobody advanced. Well, it was. There was a guy at first, so he went to second, so that was a wild pitch. And the putout went 1-2. And Drew Giannini is the batter. 2-out double here for Cooper Neville. Takes his lead off at second base. Strike one is the count. Here's the kick and the delivery. And the fastball is upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball game at the 1 hour and 47-minute mark here in the top half of the 7th inning on School Kids Day at the ballpark. On the infield today, this afternoon, is Potternack at third, Boughton at first. Curl is the shortstop, Wheatley is second, Gardner, Calabrese, and Grind left to right on the picket line. Giannini has struck out twice in the ball game and slapped a single out into right field, his last at bat, which was in the 6th inning. Potternack is up wide of the bag at third, fully back in the middle infield. Deep at first is Boughton, and the pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2, sinker ball.
Good fastball, a little bit of movement on it.
Sure, your vehicle performs its best by visiting Jiffy Lube for an oil change today. No appointment necessary, warranty approved, Jiffy Lube, keeping you moving. Ready to go, here's the 1-2 delivery. Ran a fastball in on the hands, foul back. Dallin Harrison, a 2-out here in the 7th inning, the relief pitcher's delivery. And that breaking ball backed up on him a little bit, go to 2-2.
He had the right idea on the pitch, just got a little outside.
And the 2-2 pitch. He really kicks that left leg up high in the air. Out of the set position, does not work from a windup. He's lightning quick with that left foot, that left leg.
You know, you don't see that much anymore. You used
No.
to see that high kick a lot from pitchers. Remember Juan Marichal?
Yeah, sure.
How high he'd kick?
And the pitch is swung on and missed. And Dallin Harrison has a good inning. Records his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. And here in the top of 7, no runs and a hit, no errors. 1 man left to board. It is stretch time at the ballpark. Back with more in just a jiffy. Bottom of the order here in the bottom half of the 7th inning, and the right fielder Christian Grind will be the leadoff batter here against left-hander Matthew Romero. On in relief, Tyrell Chadwick with the opening 5-inning distance today. That's as good as I've seen him pitch. 3 earned runs on 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, and no decision today through 5 innings of work. On a half swing, there's a little driller to the left side of the diamond, charged by Giannini. And his throw is right on the money, and there's one gone. Dan Calabrese, the batter. 1 for 2 with a walk, a run scored, and a run batted in on the day.
And he's showing us a little bit of speed too, Al, in the last 2 days.
You know, when you're trying to put a ball club like this together, and it's the same with all managers, with one exception I can think of, you're doing it off paper, you're doing it off statistics, and you're doing it off recommendations from college coaches. Kind of a ball and a strike here to Calabrese. And he gets under the pitch, pops it up on the infield skin to the left-hand side. Green, the shortstop, camped under that. And there's 2 away. Kelly Curl, the batter.
Last 2 days, Kelly's been struggling a little bit at the plate. He does have good bat control.
You were telling me he was swinging a nice pull during the collegiate season at Niagara.
Yeah.
Hitting better than 300. 1 ball, no strike to Curl. Here comes the pitch. And up too high, ball 2. Whereas Major League Baseball is now holding it used to be the Rule 4 draft, still is, but it was the June draft. Well, now it's the July draft. They used to draft 60 rounds. They're now drafting 20, which is unfortunate, but I guess that's the way of the world. That's a lot of coaching jobs, scouting jobs, playing jobs that are no longer there.
A lot of the reason is they're saying the universities are doing such a good job that eventually they believe Class A ball will totally disappear. And it'll come through the draft.
Strike 1 to the batter on a fastball. Here from Matthew Romero. Now they're not going to get by. You can't field all your minor league teams on 20 picks. But what they will do, they'll get a hold of the unsigned free agents, and they'll just sign them up on the cheap. Here's $25,000, take it or leave it. Wheatley has got himself an 0 for 3 today. A bounce out twice, once to third, once to the mound, and a pop out. Ground ball down to third. Giannini, nice play, down on his knees. Gathers that one in. His throw is right on target. A 5-3 put out to retire the side.
Excellent play. Good inning for the Northpaws.
8th inning coming your way in just a minute. Right here from Remax Field on School Kids Day at the ballpark. On to the 8th inning, and Nathan Gray, the leadoff batter. 0 for 3 afternoon. He is ground out, struck out, and popped out. As Dallin Harrison goes to work, kicks and delivers, and the pitch is a fastball in on the hands. Located that one well. With a little bit of bees in the bat on this cool afternoon. Strike one to the batter. Both bullpens are pretty much idle here in the 8th inning. Ball game just about 3 minutes shy of the 2-hour mark. Here's the kick and the pitch. And that one is going to miss high and wide.
Just missed outside.
And the 1-1 delivery. There's a line drive out into right center field. It's a bullet. Wheatley went to his left, couldn't make the catch. And a leadoff single for Nathan Gray. And
Hit
Jude
the ball.
Hall, the center fielder, will be the batter.
Hit the ball very well. And wasn't a bad pitch. He just got into it good and just out of the reach of Wheatley.
Hall today with a pretty good afternoon. He got a 3-base hit in the 2nd inning. He pulled that one into right field, then he sprayed one into the left field gap, and he hit it hard, a 2-base hit. He got a stolen base on the afternoon. He got called out on strikes his last time around. As the Riverhawks now start heating up a right-handed pitcher. Double play depth in the middle infield. Paternak is in on the grass at third. And we'll go to a 2-ball, no-strike count. Ball 3 on a breaking ball. Got the lights on here today. It's like everything else they've done with this ballpark. It's state-of-the-art, brand new stuff. It sucks out about 1/10 of the juice of the old lights.
It's amazing. It turns on right away as soon as they flip them. You got full beams.
Ball 4. And that'll put the go-ahead run into scoring position.
Now this has been Dallin Harrison's problem in pitching today. Is his control. First inning he pitched, he had 26 strikes and 32 balls. And the inning before that, 16 balls and 12 strikes. So I think they're going to be getting ready for a pitching change here. Yeah, they are.
That will do it for Jared Sokro today. He works a 1-inning plus distance, and we'll do his totals. Be back with a new pitcher here in just a minute.
Number 43, Heath Hatchowitz is coming in to pitch. Keith Hatchkowski from Red Deer, Alberta, plays at Big Bend Community College. 6'5", 225 pounds.
Here's the incomplete totals for Dallin Harrison, 2+ innings. Run totals yet to be determined, 3 strikeouts, 3 base on balls, and 3 hits.
that, he threw 55 pitches, of which 28 were strikes and 37 were balls. 65 pitches.
Hatchowski will make his third relief appearance, 1 inning of work. Doesn't load any hits, runs, earned runs. And Hatchowski with a record of 1 victory, 1 loss, and an earned run average of 0.00. Heath Hatchowski, big, tall right-hander, first and second base. Go-ahead run in scoring position. Jared Sokro, the catcher, is the batter due up. He squares off, shows the bunt, draws the bat back, and takes down and away. 1 ball, no strikes.
Going to try to keep the ball away. He's going to try to bunt that ball down the third baseline, pull the third baseman in, get that leading runner to third.
Stretch by Hatchowski in the pitch. Down and away, ball 2. Red Deer ball player, 6'5", 222 pounds, out of Big Bend Community College. Middle infield is going to shorten up a little bit now, play more at a double play depth. Paternak in on the grass at third, and the pitch is a called strike. Boughton will play inside the runner at first. Outfield is straight away. Right at the 2-hour mark in this one today, and we're in the top of the 8th inning. Nothing has been decided. It's a 3-3 ball game. Kamloops bullpen is idle. A left-hander throwing in the pen now for the Riverhawks. There's a bunt, and it's foul. We go to 2-2.
Now the first baseman and third baseman will move back. It'll be double play depth, and a play for hitting away.
Curl playing a game of cat and mouse with that lead runner at the second base bag. There's a bunt on 2 strikes, and it's foul. And the batter is out, and that'll be a strikeout recorded for the pitcher.
Well, that surprised me a little bit they did that, but then I thought back to Corvallis last year and how many times, even with 2 out, they would bunt, be successful with it.
Well, no, there's no rule that says you can't do it.
No, you can do it, but that's being out if you bunt foul is a big part of the game. That's why most teams will not do it. They just don't bunt well enough.
And Landon Clark is the batter, so that foul bunt is a big out here for the Hawks here in the top of the 8th inning. They can turn a ground ball into a double play. They get out of this thing, no damage done. And the pitch. There's a base hit. It hooked under the glove of Boughton at first base. That'll load them all up. He was playing inside the bag, so it was real shallow, and that took a nasty hop and just went by his glove.
He just misplayed the ball, and it is a hit. He didn't even touch it with his glove, but could have made the play.
And Kyle Anderson will be the batter. And with the go-ahead run 90 feet from scoring, well, no, they're not going to play the infield up. It looked like they were. Second baseman Wheatley is fully back. Coral is pretty much fully back at short. Boughton inside the runner at first. Paternak is in on the grass at third. And here comes the pitch. Strike, or no, it's a ball on the outside half of the plate, ball 1. The other one is a squeeze bunt, or not a squeeze bunt, yes, a squeeze bunt with 2 away.
Exactly. But here, if a bunt here could score a run. If you put it in the right spot, you will score.
Ground ball to the right side. Boughton is there. He throws home. They get the force out. That's a big out. There's 2 away. 3-1 on the putout, and that will erase Nathan Gray.
It was a nice play by Boughton. He attacked the ball hard, got the ball to the home plate just in time, so Saucedo could make the play on it. Excellent play by Boughton. Now they'll be playing the depth.
Noah Lowe is the batter, and they can draw the infield pretty much back. Lowe today is 0 for 3, 3-1 on that putout, the force out on Nathan Gray at home plate.
Is this a pinch hitter, Al? Number 25. Yes, it is.
They'll pinch it straight across in the designated hitter hole. Colin Highview is the pinch hitter.
He takes a fastball for a strike, inside on the hand.
That was Colin Heisel, the pinch hitter. And here comes the pitch to him. Right down the middle, but low. So a little bit of tension here at the park. Bases loaded, 2 gone. Go ahead run, 90 feet from scoring. 1 ball and 1 strike as Heisel awaits the pitch. And he takes it low, ball 2. Batting a .143 in 3 ball games. This is his 8th plate appearance. He's got 1 hit and has struck out 4 times. And the 2-1 delivery misses high, ball 3. Here from Heath Hachowski, 3rd pitcher in the ball game today for the Hawks. And here's the kick and the pitch from a straight overhand delivery. That's going to be a ball, and that'll bring in the run. Jude Hall scores from 3rd base. Landon Clark will move to 3rd. Anderson moves up to scoring position, a base on ball, and a run batted in for Colin Heisel. 4-3 lead. He just humped up too much on that fastball.
Now the 4 runs that the Northpaws have scored, 2 of them been on bases loaded walks.
Tommy Green is the top of the order, is the batter up. Chowski inside with a pitch, 1 ball and no strikes. That'll bring the totals complete here on Dallin Harrison. 2+ innings today, 2 earned runs on 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. Here's a dribbler down to 3rd base. Potternack is up with it, and his throw is not on target. Another run will come in to score.
I don't know. I think that's going to be an error on 5. The throw is way off on that. Had a difficult time making the play.
And with 2 out, there'll be no run batted in. E5, Tommy Green reaches first. Landon Clark comes in to score. It's 2-run lead now, 5-3 ball game, and Cooper Neville is the batter up. Here's the pitch to Neville, high and outside here from Hachowski. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strike on the batter. Wind is picking up again a little bit. The flags are moving. It's blowing across the field from right to left. Got a little spit of rain here today, but not a whole lot of downpour. Hachowski misses outside, ball 2. Neville with a single and a double, a walk and a run scored, and a ground ball out. And the pitch, there's a squibber hit wide of 3rd base, and it's down the line. 3rd baseman Paternak was playing up. He had no angle on the ball. He dove for it, couldn't get to it. That'll be an opposite field double for Cooper Neville, and 2 more runs in to score.
He's had a good series. And swinging the bat well.
A load of topspin on that ball, too.
Was. There's a case, too, Al. You're late in the game like this, score, you're down by a run, up by 1, or tied. Lots of times the 3rd baseman will play a little tighter to the line, take that double away. It just seemed to me like Paternak had a little bit of a problem moving to the ball, moving to his right.
Well, that'll do it here for Heath Hachowski. He is done for the day, and we'll be back with his totals and a lot more in just a jiffy. New pitcher of the ball game for the Riverhawks is a big left-hander, Connell Sexton.
Coral's 6'3". He's from Abbotsford and plays at San Diego Christian.
Sexton makes his third relief appearance on this young season. 2 innings of pitching, 3 hits, 1 run. Hasn't given up an earned run. He's walked 3, struck out 1. Has a microscopic earned run average, absolutely perfect, 0.00. And he runs the pitch down and in, ball 1 here to Drew Giannini, the third baseman. Hachowski's run totals have not been completed. The runners at second and third are his property, but a couple of those runs are going to be unearned. Fouled away, we go to a ball and a strike. 9 batters to the plate here in the 8th inning. And a lead of 4, 7-3. For the Kamloops Northpaws here this afternoon, our matinee game, second game of the series, a 4-1 Edmonton victory last night. Here's the kick in the 1-1 pitch. Fastball, he threw him a strike, and it's fouled to the backstop, strike 2. Giannini has struck out 3 times today, and he's got a base hit to right field. So he's 3 for 4, 2 runners in scoring position. Paternak is wide of the bag at third, everybody else is deep. That ball's hit high in the air to right field. Greeno drifting back, appears to have a play, and just in front of the warning track he does. That will retire the side. 9 batters up, and it's a 4-run lead for the Northpaws. We'll have the final totals on that in just a Jiffy Lube Jiffy.
It's time for the White Sound Insurance run of the game. If the Hawks score an insurance run, or heck, if they get any run, we're going to have an instant special at the concession. A-Train is up at Kim's Concession. What's cooking, ladies? What's cooking?
Hey, I'm Annette here with Kim from the concessions in Kim. It's a roadside insurance run. So what does that exactly mean? What do you know? All chips and chocolate bars. If the Hawks score a run in this inning, and lots of great things at concession. There's popcorn, hot dogs, chicken fingers, all sorts of things. What's your favorite? Right now, it is a foot long dog. Amazing, that sounds delicious. What are your toppings of choice? You have ketchup and mustard. Excellent. Well, thanks so much, Kim. So, the Hawks score a run. There's a discount on chips and chocolates.
Thank you so much, Adrian. And if the Riverhawks score a run, then you get 10% off chips and chocolate bars at Kim's Concession.
On to the bottom half of the 8th inning. And Tommy Takayoshi will be the leadoff batter on a 1-for-3 afternoon with 2 RBIs. Here against Matthew Romero, the big left-hander on in relief, and he is now a potential pitcher of record. He's got a chance to pick himself up a victory today. Takayoshi hitting out of the 4th spot in the order. Big, tall right-handed batter, big knee bend. And he'll take down an in ball, too. The provisional totals are Heath Hachowski, 2/3 of an inning, 3 runs, 1 earned, 2 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Dallin Harrison, 2+ inning, 2 earned runs on 3 hits. He struck out 3 and he walked 3. Riley Barrett, the best pitcher on the day by far for the Edmonton Ball Club. No decision. A 5-inning distance, 2 runs, 1 earned, 3 hits, 8 strikeouts, and he did not walk a batter. Go to ball 3, strike 1 on Takayoshi. Noah Boughton, the first baseman. Will Gardner, the left fielder, also due up here in the inning. And Romero's pitch. Ground ball hit wide of third base. Giannini with a beautiful fielding play. The throw to the bag is not in time. That'll be an infield single here for Takayoshi. He liked that one out. He was batting. He is a switch hitter. He was batting right-handed, so he's 2 feet further away from the target at first base. But he beats it out. Giannini with a real nice play. But that's an infield hit.
It is a tough play for Giannini. He laid out, got the ball, but then you got to get up and let it go. And up on the knees, made the throw, couldn't get enough on it. And Takayoshi was able to get to first base. And that's what they need. The Riverhawks got to get people on and move them around.
So Noah Boughton is the batter, and a sinker ball is in there for a strike. 0-1 to Boughton. 0 for 3 today, 2 bounce outs and 1 strikeout. And the 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Took a big rip at a breaking ball, 0-2.
You got a lot of sink on that breaking ball, Al. He really dropped it off. Excellent pitch.
Bottom fell right out of it. Here in our 11 a.m. morning start today. First morning start for a ball game. Quite a spell. The last time we did it was back in our independent professional days. But I'm sure that's something the Riverhawks will pencil in every year on their schedule. Both bullpens are now idle here in the last half of the 8th inning. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul tip at the batter's box.
Changed up on him there and just got out in front of the ball too much, fouled it off.
And the pitch on the way, hit off the high end of the bat, and there's a ball that is drilled out into left field. Clark couldn't make a play on it, didn't have a real good angle on the ball. They're going to wave the runner on in. Here's Takayoshi. He's rounded third. He's on his way to the plate. And the tag is made at home plate. Takayoshi is erased. And that'll be a double in the fielder's choice for the batter. That's a good call to send him.
I think it is, too. I think he had to make that play get home. It's an excellent throw and relay, and they were able to make the play at home.
That'll be a double for Noah Boughton. He moves to third on the throw home. 7-6-2 on the putout. Landon Clark to the shortstop Green, and a perfect relay to the catcher Sokro. 7-6-2 on the putout. And Will Gardner on a 2-for-3 afternoon. He got a bunt single. He powered a double down the left field foul line, and I mean powered it. That showed me some good power to the opposite field, and of course last night hit the home run. So it's
Gardner's showing us power in the last 2 years.
And here comes the 0-1, breaking ball. 74 miles an hour on that spinner, swing and a miss, 0-2.
Really pulled the string on it again, dropped the bottom out, and just an excellent pitch.
Here's the kick and the 0-2 delivery. That ball's hit high in the air to left field. That'll be deep enough to score the run. Coming over the center fielder, Jude Hall, makes a running catch. Tagging up and walking in from third base is Noah Boughton. And the Hawks put their 4th run on the board. Two gone in the inning. That'll be a run batted in and no time at bat for Will Gardner. So he's had a real nice afternoon. And Jacob Paternak, the third baseman, is the batter. Here's the pitch on the way, and that's high and wide. 1 ball, no strikes. Hawks with a pair of runs in the first inning, got 1 more in the second. Not a sniff in the middle innings today, and pick up a run here in the 8th inning. Foul to the backstop. We go to 1-1. Zambelli's Prime Rib Steak and Pizza House, 50th Street in Leduc, my favorite steakhouse. And I've been in a few over the years. And they have absolutely everything on that menu is first class. Just as good as you want to get. Seafood Fridays. You think you're out on the West Coast. We're open 5 days a week. Closed Sundays and Mondays. You come down Highway 2 from Edmonton. Your first cutoff on the right-handed side. It's Zambelli's Prime Rib Steak and Pizza House in Leduc. Breaking pitch, swing and a miss. That'll be the first strikeout on the afternoon for Matthew Romero, the young left-hander. He's done a real nice job. He coughs up 1 run here in the last half of the 8th inning. Done on a pair of hits. There weren't any errors. And nobody left on base. As the Hawks trail by 3 as we move to the top of the 9th inning. Connell Sexton, the big left-hander, on the mound, ready to go here in the 9th inning. With a high kick out of the set position, and he throws a sinker ball down and away here to the batter to lead things off. Nathan Gray. Gray swings at the pitch, fouls it away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jude Hall and Jared Sacro are the batters due up, barring any pinch hitters here in the top of the 9th inning. Fastball is outside from the big southpaw. 2 balls, 1 strike. 4th pitcher on the afternoon for Edmonton, Riley Barrett. 5-inning distance to start. He was outstanding. 2 runs, 1 earned. Dallin Harrison right now is looking at a 2-inning distance. He is the pitcher of record on the losing side should that happen. Bouncing ball down to third. Paternak across the diamond. Throw a little off target, and Boughton, the big first baseman, slaps the tag down on the runner coming by. There's 1 away. And Jude Hall is the batter. 3 runs scored in the afternoon. So that'll set things up for the rubber match tomorrow, a 7:05 evening contest. And the Northpaws head home, all-night bus ride and an evening game the following day, so they better know how to sleep on the bus.
Oh, boy, that's a long haul.
And the 1-1 delivery. Blew a fastball by the batter. Here the matchup of the left-handed pitcher and hitter. So Jude Hall is sitting at a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Had a good day today. Double, he's got a triple. He slapped the double to the opposite field. He pulled the triple to the right-handed side. Triple to right. Stalled out on strikes, and he's walked and scored in the game. Through the weekend, we're going to have the Nanaimo Night Owls in town Thursday night, or Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon. On Friday night, it's our Fireworks Friday promotion. So pencil that one in on your calendar if you have a mind to. Here on the first homestand of the 2023 season for the Hawks. And here comes the 3-2 delivery. Pitch was a strike, and it's flared foul up off the right side and out of play. And the full count delivery. It's going to miss low for ball 4, 1 out and 1 on here in the top of 9. Jared Sokro, the batter.
Now, the 1 out is going to be interesting to me whether they hit away on this or whether they try to move the runner over. Hitting away.
All the way. Strike 1 to the batter. No, I don't think you'd be doing that with 1 going. Will Gardner, Dan Calabrese, and Christian Grino left through right in the Edmonton outfield. There's the ball. It was turned over like a screwball. Circle changeup. Running away to the right-handed batter. Strike 2. And the 0-2 pitches on the way on a half swing. It's going to get hit foul over the screen and into the bleacher seats up the right-handed side here at Remax Field. In front of a crowd, I would estimate today a little better than 5,000. They don't announce the crowds here at Remax Field, so it's just a guess. And the 0-2 delivery, swing and a miss through that circle changeup again. 2 gone.
That was an excellent pitch.
Landon Clark, the batter. Hawks in danger of having their 3-game win streak coming to an end here this afternoon. Here's the ball that's hit into short center field. Calabrese on a hard run over to try and get it. He's not able to do so. The throw is going to be off target, and a run will come in to score as Jude Hall races around 270 feet of base track, and he comes in to score.
Just one of those looping balls hit out into the gap. Could not quite get to it.
Run scoring single for Landon Clark. When the ball is put into play with 2 out, there's no reason for the runner not to run and run hard. That's why he got 270 feet of base track to score. Plus, he runs quite well, Jude Hall. He's a bit of a burner. And that'll make it an 8-4 score. Strike on the outside edge. And the pitch is on the fist, and it's fouled to the backstop. Strike 2. $7,600 tickets were sold for the ball game today, and right around 6,000 in the seats. So $7,600. which will likely be the biggest attendance all season long anywhere in the West Coast Baseball League.
No, Al, it's interesting. You talk, a lot of these kids play Division I, and you look at the attendance in a lot of the games, and even big schools, 800, 1,000. And when you see what's here, it's excellent. Excellent draw and tremendous job of promotion by the Edmonton Riverhawks.
Runner over at first base, Landon Clark, and he was off and running with the pitch. Pitch is fouled to the backstop, 0-2 here in the top half of the ninth. A lead of 4, 8-4 score. A 4-1 Edmonton victory in the opener last night. They got great pitching last night. They got pretty good pitching this afternoon, at least through the starter. Not so much the rest of the way.
It was a very well pitched game. And Northpaws pitched very well.
Runner goes, and the pitch is down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Uncontested steal. The ball was down in the dirt, and Saucedo had problems digging it out.
Connell Sexton, the big left-hander, looks at second, comes home, and the pitch sits slowly on the ground. Charged here by the second baseman Wheatley on the infield grass, and his throw to first is right on the money to retire the side. So 1 run will come in to score, done on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left to board. Base on balls, the undoing of the Hawks here in this one today. Back with the last 9 in just a minute. Matthew Romero is 3 outs away from recording a victory, and if he is successful in that endeavor, he will see his record improve to 1 victory and 1 loss. Romero ready. Here's the 0-1 delivery. There was a hard slider on the outside half of the plate for a strike, 0-2. Here in Eddie Saucedo, the batter. 0 for 1 this afternoon with a pair of walks drawn and a run scored. Here's the kick in the 0-2 delivery. Ground ball to the right-handed side. Neville fields this ball in outfield grass and throws a strike to the bag. 4-3 on the putout, 1 away. Neville with some really nice range to his glove-handed side is left. 1 gone.
Al, I've been impressed with the fielding of the Northpaws both games. They've made a couple of very nice plays today, and excellent job as second baseman on that play. Cooper Neville.
Christian Greeno is the batter, hitting out of the 9 spot in the Edmonton order. Takes a cut at a breaking ball. Bottom fell right out of the pitch. Strike 1 to the batter. And this will string things alive. It's a base hit up the middle here for Christian Greeno.
It's good hit, well hit ball over the outside of the plate, drilled it right over second base.
Dan Calabrese, the batter up. Calabrese this afternoon with 1 hit in 3 tries, including a walk and a run scored. Romero has done a nice job this afternoon. If he gets through this inning, and I kind of think he will here in the 9th inning, they've sucked up 4 innings of relief to pick up a victory. 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter. Double play depth in the infield, and a fastball misses inside. Not sure what his pitch count is, but he's still got good velocity.
Good velocity. The thing that I like about him the most is he throws strikes. He's doubling up his strikes to balls. And
foul to the backstop will go to 2-2.
up until this inning, Romero's throwing 25 strikes and 12 balls.
And the ball's popped up in the infield. That should be the second out. It's a mile-high pop-up. Lots of hang time on that one. And the shortstop, Green, on the way towards the mound, makes the catch. He was camped under that. There's 2 away. Kelly Curl, the header. Romero strides home, and the pitch is hit foul down the left side. Curl got a pretty good rip on it. He squared it nice, but he was out in front of the pitch, 0-1.
Coral in a little bit of a slump, and it's a good way to get out of it, making contact like that.
There's the 0-1 pitch to Curl, and he'll foul a strike. He just missed the pitch, right back to the backstop. Didn't miss it by much, 0-2. And Matthew Romero is 1 strike away from winning this ball game and squaring his record off on the year to win and a loss. That's not the pitch. It's up too high. And the 1-2 delivery. Well, there's the hit that Kelly Curl was looking for. Got a hold of a strike down the middle of the plate, and the nice level swing loops a base hit up the middle.
It was a good bat for him. He hit the ball hard in the foul ball, and nice looping single. Keep the Riverhawks alive, bottom of the ninth.
And Zach Wheatley will be the batter. He's on a collective 0 for 4 this afternoon. .212 hitter coming into the ball game today. So with 2 away, the potential tying run is in the on-deck circle. Three ground ball outs and a pop-up today off the bat of Zach Wheatley. And here comes the 1-0 delivery. Sinker ball is swung on and it's missed. A ball and a strike. Here comes the 1-1 delivery, foul to the screen. Wind is really picking up now, blowing hard across the field from right to left. That is in the direction of from the northwest to the southeast. And I can smell rain. It's coming.
Yeah, it's going to be coming.
Pitch is in the dirt, and the runners will move up 90 feet. That'll be a wild pitch. Guards to Romero. So Greeno moves to third. On his way to second base is Kelly Curl. And a right-hander starting to heat up in the bullpen of the Kamloops Northpaws. All the other games today in the West Coast Baseball League will be under the lights, and they're pretty much all going to be West Coast starts. There's only one team in the league that does have a Mountain Time start time, and that is right here in Edmonton. The other games, the Wenatchee Apple Sox will be in Springfield, Yakima is in Nanaimo, Kamloops and Walla Walla, Kelowna and the Bellingham Bells in Bellingham, Victoria's in Port Angeles, Ridgefield is in Portland, Oregon. That was always one of my favorite cities in the Pacific Coast League in all the 24 years I was in that league. Beautiful, beautiful city, and I'm so sad to see just the way things have gone bad there now. People camping out, homeowners have no rights. It's not a good thing. Well, there's a sinker ball and a swing and a miss, and that'll do it. Here in the last half of the ninth inning, no runs and a pair of hits, no errors. 2 men left on base. Don't go anywhere. We've got a bit of a post-game show coming your way, and I'll be back in just a minute with the final totals. Final totals in the ball game: 8 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 9 left aboard. For the Kamloops Northpaws, 3 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, 7 left for the Edmonton Riverhawks. Winning pitcher today was Matthew Romero. A real nice 4-inning distance in relief of Tyrell Chadwick. Of scoreless baseball, he scattered 4 hits, he struck out 2, did not walk a batter, tethered 1 wild pitch. The second of 4 pitches on the afternoon, Dallin Harrison will record the loss, goes to 0-1. 2+ innings, 2 earned runs, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, and he walked 3 batters. Time of the ball game was 2 hours and 45 minutes. Edmonton falls to 3-8. The Kamloops Northpaws improved to 3 victories against 8 losses.
And now with the what Romero did, excellent pitching. 41 strikes to 16 balls. I mean, it's just a tremendous job of the strike-to-ball ratio. It's what you want in a pitcher, and the difference is with Dallin Harrison, he had a lot more walks and balls and strikes. Control is everything, hitting the strike zone, letting your people play. And in this game, the Riverhawks did not get that out of the relievers, and it cost them.
Yeah, Riley Barrett, the starter, had a real good afternoon. Best pitcher on the day by a country mile for Edmonton. 5-inning distance, 2 runs, 1 earned, 3 hits, and he struck out 8 batters, and he gets a no decision today. 8-4 is the final score. John, if you want to get that microphone, and we'll bring in the other John as well. John Short will join us. All right, John, your thoughts on the game.
Ready.
Bullpen just struggled here today. John Barrett was really nice through 5 innings. But the Kamloops Northpaws win a ball game, and they'll improve to 3 victories against 8 losses. And that's one they really needed today.
This one was, you've said it so well, it was a confusing ball game because for 5 innings, it looked almost like yesterday's game. Very disciplined on both sides. Reliable pitching, solid defense, all the things that you expect. There was one costly error in the early going, and that didn't eventually look like it was going to hurt at all. And when just a simple first baseman dropping a toss, But then it all turned around in the 8th. A couple of walks, one error that was really costly. And the next thing you know, it didn't look like the baseball game we'd watched for the first 5 or 6 innings.
No, that's correct. 40 batters to the plate today for Kamloops. That's a load of base runners, a load of hitters.
This looks like a team that will improve, as I believe I think both teams are going to improve a lot, and I think that the quality of baseball will step up. I'll be interested to see how the other Canadian teams do, because we've got now a pretty good idea what Kamloops can do. It looks, we see the good Kamloops today, and I believe that's what we'll see for most of the year. It's obvious to me, and obviously to you too. I think that the Cats are going to do what the Hawks are going to do what they have to do. They'll be as good as they have to be, and they've got all kinds of talent there. Some questionable decisions, I think, on the basis, but nothing serious.
Well, it was a day game. The players love that. They're going to be done for the day here just a little bit after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The little kids had a great day, and that's what's most important.
That, to me, was the story. The kids, you know, Al, from the different jobs we've had through our lives, you get the fan early and you keep them for life. I think some lifetime baseball fans were probably created here today, not necessarily because it was a great baseball game, but it was a really good promotion that put between 4,000 and 5,000 kids in the seats. They got to the place where they could communicate as young people the way they have to. They saw enough good baseball and enough questionable baseball, that they'll want to come back and see them again.
Well, we'll get off on a side tangent for just a second. You mentioned the jobs we've had in our lives. A real tough day today to learn that the place that employed you and me at one time was a great radio station. They're now called the Team 1260. In those days, they were just CFRN 1260. Almost 90 years on the air, and it's all over.
Well, you and I worked together on baseball way back, and that for me has always been one of the highlights for me, that you and I would go up and down on the Trappers and whatever else came up. But basically, the Trappers, when we're back doing baseball, that for me is kind of a pleasure, my friend.
Well, there was a time I thought that nothing is ever going to kill a radio, but I guess I was wrong.
I remember thinking that the media guys, the radio guys, and the print guys were irreplaceable. Not you and I as individuals, but the entire industry was irreplaceable. It's turned out not to be true. Now it looks like the only field that is untouchable is the field of sales. There's always somebody trying to sell a product of this or that or something else.
Well, if there had been more sales, there might not have been a radio station go down.
Well, that's an interesting point. And again, I don't want to go down that road too far, but you know that there was at one point consideration of taking the 6 members of the sports staff and a guy named Short and a guy named Don Percy in the morning, who was very knowledgeable about sport, and saying, let's see what happens if we investigate sport, because we had a guy named Al Coates, a guy named Rod Phillips, and a guy named Wes Montgomery doing play-by-play for us at just about the same time, and everything was in place. I don't know why they didn't pursue it. I really don't.
Apparently, they're not the only station in that chain that went under today.
No. And again, what was the identity? We'll never know. I'm more interested now in looking at the future of this sport, this facility in Edmonton, because we can lament the loss of CFRN. I will for a long time. I'm thinking about the young men. Some of them have started with me, and many of them worked with you, and they're not doing that anymore. It won't be easy to find jobs in radio as the entire market shrinks.
Well, I guess if there is one thing that is timeless, it's the game of baseball. I've been in it 42 years now professionally, and you know, times change, styles change, music changes, but these guys put the clown suit on and nothing's changed. It's baseball.
Well, the game is the thing. How often did you hear that when you were young? The game is the thing. And in this case, the game is the thing. And again, second day, a lot of kids in the seats. Interesting baseball, more interesting for the first 5 or 6 innings than it was the last couple of innings because of the errors and the walks. But also need to point out that this local team, these guys did such a good job of refusing to quit. They had every opportunity to go sideways at 8-4, and at 7-4, and the next thing you knew, they had a chance to tie the game 2 or 3 times.
Well, when the game is played right, there's nothing finer. When it's not played right, it's looking at 9 miles of bad road. It's not a pretty sight.
It certainly didn't reach the stage of 9 miles of bad road, but you could certainly feel the enthusiasm of the losing players dwindle more than a little bit as they got behind and things didn't work for them. But they got a really good early inning pitching performance. They got promising offense, not consistent offense, but promising offense. And as I look at the overall picture, I see more promise from this team because I see more potential offense than I saw yesterday.
Right. Okay, well, tomorrow's another day. We'll be back to do it, 7:05 tomorrow night on Riverhawk Television. The series finale between the Riverhawks and the Kamloops Northpaws. John, thanks for your comments. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. And that'll about do it from here at Remax Field this afternoon. Again, the Kamloops Northpaws win their 3rd ball game of the season. They improved to 3-8. The Hawks fall to 3 victories against 8 losses. Series finale tomorrow night. Thank you very much for your time and attention on this matter. We'll be back from the ballpark in Edmonton tomorrow night, 7:05 Mountain Time. First 5 innings, Breeze 1 hour. You don't always get that.